with our next public investment plan. This is focused on animal welfare, and Nancy Whittemore from General Services is going to walk us through. You'll have 7 minutes, then we'll have 7 minutes to ask questions. I want to just give a quick shout out that we also have Councilmember Russ Pulley with us, and I want you all to know that there's finite resources here, so if it doesn't get funded this year, it doesn't mean it wasn't a great idea. It may mean that we have to do it in a subsequent year, or it needs to be fleshed out. But I already appreciate all the collaboration that has already gone on behind the scenes to get us to this point, so thank you for that. Nancy.
Good afternoon. I'm Nancy Whittemore, Director of General Services, and Mayor Berry asked me to convene the Animal Welfare PIP. And I must say, it's been an honor to work on this important issue with the professionals from the animal welfare community. I want each of you to look into the eyes of these animals, become their voice, and help us save more lives in Nashville. The challenge presented to the PIP committee is a bold one: 100% safe placement of healthy and treatable animals. This is a clear call to action. It's measurable, achievable, and sustainable. The euthanasia of healthy or treatable animals is the problem that the PIP committee tackled. Up until 2 years ago, Metro consistently euthanized around 80% of the animals sheltered. The PIP process identified key factors that contribute to our problem. Animal welfare has not been a high priority. Top-down support and strong leadership has been missing. Key relationships need resetting. Funding opportunities have been missed. And data collection is not standardized or readily available community-wide. So Mayor Berry, we thank you so much for recognizing this issue as a priority so early in your administration.
I'm Nikki Kelly with Best Friends Animal Society, and I'm on the PIP committee. To expand on Nancy's point on data, here's what we do know. Intake for dogs and cats at Metro Animal Care and Control has dropped significantly in 2 years. This change is primarily a result of Pet Community Center performing over 11,000 spay and neuter surgeries in the past 2 years. Also, these numbers are impacted by the health department's shelter policy changes regarding out-of-county surrenders and elimination of trapping wildlife and feral cats. This chart again highlights the significant decreases in intake for dogs and cats, and when combined with increases in live releases, like adoptions, the results are impressive. There's been a 65% reduction in euthanasia in 2015 compared to 2013. However, we're not there yet. 2,000 plus is too many deaths. And we know this because other communities have met and sustained 100% safe placement of healthy, treatable animals. We want Nashville to join this list, and we are uniquely poised to make this happen. These communities all share common characteristics. For one, they leverage resources across organizations to increased impact and reach. They implement innovative and fundamental programs like spay and neuter, shelter intake prevention, and community cats. And perhaps most importantly, they have strong executive leadership that is able to unify various entities to achieve a common mission. In Nashville, we are well on our way to establishing these elements in our community, and we have some pretty strong advantages. At the local level, there's support for our challenge from the mayor's office and other government agencies to our dedicated nonprofit organizations. We also have attention and support from national organizations that are willing to lend their expertise and provide funding to save Nashville's animals.
To leverage expertise and support in Nashville, a diverse group of 14 stakeholders came together to create our public investment plan. The main outcome from our meeting was a shared vision to make Nashville known as a best practice city for animal welfare. As our three highest impact organizations, Metro Animal Care and Control, Pet Community Center, and Nashville Humane, must lead the development of a more humane community. They also need the coordinated support of other rescue, resource, and humane organizations. Our strategy is to increase public and private investments in order to reduce shelter intake and increase shelter live outcomes. This pyramid maps the journey ahead of us. Our foundation is firm. Progress has been made in shelter and public policy. We are well on our way with targeted spay and neuter, and we are at the beginning of active solutions for community cats. Our journey continues with these action steps, moving us closer to meet our challenge. The direct result of increased funding and the shift toward becoming a more humane community will impact all citizens in Nashville by fewer animals needing shelter, improved public safety, improved quality of life for humans and animals, and pride in Nashville and its elected officials for making the right choice, choosing to invest in life-saving programs. Our plan is simple. Bring in national consultants to do an in-depth, community-wide gap analysis. This process will be completed in 3 months and will be offered as in-kind. Secure $400,000 in new funding for targeted spay-neuter and a comprehensive community cat program that will save all healthy, treatable cats that enter Metro Animal Care and Control within 1 year. Develop a strategic plan for achieving our challenge. And on October 1, deliver a report with clear benchmarks. Implement the strategic plan starting January 1st, 2017. Our long-term vision is to have a sustainable program where 100% safe placement is the new normal. Other cities have accomplished and sustained this goal, and we can too. We know that through increased public and private funding and strategic collaboration, we can accomplish our challenge of 100% safe placement of healthy and treatable animals. We are asking you to invest in our challenge, to work with us to save lives, and to be the voice of Nashville's animals. Mayor Berry, we know that Hank and Boris are at your house cheering us on, and their paws are crossed for a positive outcome for Nashville's animals. Thank you so much, and we're happy to answer questions.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. Panelists.
I want to get clarity on the budget side of your proposal.
Yep.
Year one is 400, then it jumps to 800, and then 1.3 million for a total of $2.5 million. Can you talk me through the increases from the 400 you explained
Yes.
to the 800 and 1.3 million?
Yes, it's really a total of $1.3 million over a 3-year period is what we're proposing, so that may have come across differently in the budget. But during the first year, the $400,000 is for spay, neuter, and community cat program. We're estimating if you do another $100,000 for spaying, neutering pets in the community, we would spay about 2,000 additional animals. And currently, there's already 100,000 going into that program, so you're looking at 400,000 animals being spayed and neutered. Around 220,000 would be for community cats, and this is a total program cost, and we would be addressing 2,500 on average of cats in the community. We know that marketing is going to be important in getting information out about spaying and neutering, so that will be a part of the cost. And if we have something left out of that 400,000, then we would start looking at intake diversion, which is the next step on the pyramid that we showed you. Intake diversion, that is a huge infrastructure for Metro Animal Control, and if you want more information about what that program would be like, we have the Director of Metro Care and Animal Control here who can address those issues. For the next year, the additional 400,000 would take us up the pyramid and looking at live releases, looking at foster care, looking at nurseries, those kinds of things. We do anticipate, because of this collaboration, and it's the first one, to my knowledge, in a while where we have people working toward the same goal, that we're going to have funding opportunities that we haven't had in the past. We have national organizations who are sitting and waiting for Nashville to take this step so that we can get additional funding. So it may not be we need all of this from Metro, but it may be that we can offset some of this with grants and foundation money.
Follow-up question. You mentioned a national consultant. Is that for free? Or-
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We have had at least two and maybe a third one who is willing to come to Nashville and start working with us. Best Friends, Nikki represents that organization, which is a national organization, and Target Zero. Some of the charts, they've already done some work here in Nashville. They both have come forward and said that they would be more than happy to start working with us, looking at what's best for Nashville. There's discussions around what the model should be. If you look at some of the cities that we listed, some of them are a government entity, some are managed by not-for-profit, and some may be a hybrid entity. So we need to really understand what the needs are in Nashville and what type of organization would be best for Nashville.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
I'm good.
Any other questions? Mayor, I apologize for the mayor. She had a commitment. She had to leave. You know her interest in this subject matter, so I hope you know not to take anything, any negative associated with her having to leave, but she did ask me to close this up. We still have 3 minutes and 27 seconds, so we're going to...
Can I recognize the folks that we work with?
Please do, yes.
We had a group of 14 stakeholders, and we spent probably at least 12 hours at some level together. But the first two meetings, we were 3 hours together, so it's 6 hours in just a week. But the folks that were represented there is Dr. Paul from Metro Health Department, Dr. Wesley Roach from Nashville Veterinarian Specialist, Janice Santani, who served on Metro Council and served in the Tennessee House of Representatives and currently works in the county clerk's office, but comes with a huge background in this area and supporting us. Jeff Syracuse, Metro Council, Lauren Bluestone, Metro Animal Care and Control, Leslie Ruffet, Music City Animal Advocates, Lisa Stetter, Crossroad Campus Shop and Adopt, Mary Lee Lockey, HIP, Donaldson Lost and Found, Natalie Corwin, Pet Community Center, Nikki Kelly, Best Friends Animal Society, Peyton Robbins, Tennessee Voters for Animal Protection, Rebecca Burcham, Nashville Humane, and Todd Henry from the Police Department. And then we have other Metro agencies who are supporting us. We have someone from OEM, Chief Swan's here. We know during disasters that their participation, I don't know if Tasha got to stay, but Nashville Farmers Market did warming stations. We have Public Works here that also supports animal control when needed. So we have a host of other Metro agencies that support this initiative.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone, thank you. Appreciate your time and attention to this.
Thank you.
Good issue. Thank you. With that, we're done.